Hi y'all, my name is Mary and I'm taking Counseling 500 and our video blog this week is over professional counseling skills video blog. The sessions I watched are similar to the way a counseling session should be because they use those same type of assessments whenever I went to go to a counselor. I really felt like my counselor was very empathetic, very cared about my situation, and really came up with solutions on how I was feeling and got an end result for me. So that's exactly how I experienced any counseling session to be like. Some characteristics of a counselor that I saw in these videos is the counselor persuaded having a warm attitude. The counselor really cared for the client's feelings and goals, and he kept iterating it over and over again until that client knew exactly what their feelings were and could explain their necessary feelings. I feel also in the second session of the counseling was being his genuine self and really digging deep with the client while respecting the boundaries. He even put his self into the counseling scenario so that way the client could feel that, he went there too and also focused directly on her issues. And during the first counseling session showed empathetic understanding about her being so stressed out and overwhelmed about everything going on. And he really took that time to connect with the client and understand where she was coming from, why is she feeling overwhelmed, how do we let her get less overwhelmed, and gave her some necessary tools to think about as a starter, to ask questions of why she's overwhelmed and how to deplete that. The skills used during these counseling sessions is during the first session, I really noticed the counselor used the solar technique where he sat squarely, open postured, leaned in, had eye contact, and relaxed. Also used open questions to get it started of why she was feeling overwhelmed, and here's the different scenarios of why you were overwhelmed. Also, he paraphrased the whole situation so that way they could have a better understanding for next time of what to start from. And he reflected the client's feelings of overwhelm, anxiety, taking on the world, all of that, and then summarized the session up so that way they could have a clearer understanding the next time. The second session counseling video was challenging and confrontational because she still went and did the stuff that she said that she wasn't going to do. Like in this session, she said that it felt like she was never doing anything for herself, that she always had to say yes to everybody around her, and that she just did not want to do those things, and she just felt like her life was just not fun. And so the counselor at first gave her some goals to iterate differences in changing that environment so that way her feelings could be validated, and she didn't do that. So she just went to an opera that she felt like she didn't want to be there anyways. And so he ended up setting more goals for her to let her pick something she wanted to do, and so she chose hiking. So she decided to invite someone along instead of saying yes to all things that she didn't want to do, and that's her new goal for the next week. I believe the second counselor is a good fit for me because I need somebody to put me in my place, because I am always like the people pleaser, it's their opinions over mine, I never think for myself. So I need certain goals to help me accomplish my task, or else those tasks will not get done. And the questions that I have is, how do you come up with questions to help with iterating these feelings and pressures coming from these clients? Like, how do you know what to ask to break that out of them? And how do you memorize all these theories to be able to say, hey, this is exactly what you need, and this is what you're feeling, and all that? Like, that's a lot to remember, and I'm not sure if I can get it. Anyways, thanks for letting me share, you guys. Have a great night.